So today I'm installing this Authority wet switch flood detection WS-1 and this Titan HD motor run capacitor on this air handler because the blower capacitor is worn out and the wet switch is broken. And the first thing we're going to do is shut off the switch. Then we'll open the panel. We're going to go ahead and remove this capacitor. I'm going to show you how I found out that the capacitor here was worn. We're going to go to the microfarad option on the bottom right of this multimeter. Then we're going to attach one side of my meter to one side of the capacitor and the other side of my meter to the other side of the capacitor. Here you can see that it is lower than 18. So that means that this capacitor is wearing out. What we're going to do today is put this new 20 microfarad capacitor on. And you can see here that it is in range. So let's go ahead and put our wires back on and strap it back. So now with it strapped back, I'm going to go ahead and get the float switch out of the way. So let's get this out of the box. I like to use a pair of scissors. It's a lot easier. Make sure you don't cut any wires. And keep your wire nuts. You're going to need them. So this switch needs to be powered all the time. So we need to find the 24 volts that is going to power it all the time. Also, we got to figure out which contacts we're going to use. Here you can see that the normally closed contact is your orange and your green is your common. So what we're going to do is make sure that we break between orange and green. Here we're going to get the wires ready and connected to where the old float switch was connected. The green wire on one side and the orange wire on the other. So now that we have them wired in, I'm going to show you how the electric flows. So what happens here is your thermostat calls for cooling, and it's going to go through this white wire down to this white wire, go through this black wire, which is your float switch. It's going to come back here, flow through this orange wire, which is your wet switch, and then come back through all the way back until it reaches your condenser. It's going to go outside, come back as a common, and complete the circuit. So now that we have the Y switch installed, the next thing we're going to do is power the switch on all the time, and that's these two wires here. We'll utilize these wires here to travel back up, and we'll connect my red wire to the power, and we're going to connect the blue wire to the common. So I want to remind you that it's not a matter of the colors, but a matter of where the cable is coming from and going to. It's important to complete the circuit correctly to not cause any damage. So we took the power, ran through, and powered my switch. Then the black, which is the common, came back to my blue, which is the common, all the way back here to the blue, which is the common here. Now we can go ahead and turn on the system. Blower is on. Capacitor is good. My switch is powered. We can test, make sure the air conditioner shuts off. That's what you would see when there's moisture detected. We can reset, and then we could put it deep into this pan here, hidden away, but so that if it got wet in here, it would trip. Now we could put our door back on, and the way we'll know that the wires are correct on my capacitor is when I put this on, it's going to suck right in like that. As you can see, it's like literally tugging me. Now I could go ahead and screw the panel back on. Remember to leave a like, share this with your friends, and subscribe down below.